trucks today going over. See, there it is. There it is again. I'll get to that in a second. We have a 2006 C6 Z06 Corvette in a beautiful blue color. Oh man. Let me just start off with, I'm a BMW guy, and this car makes me want to go to the dark side a little bit. So we're gonna go over the pros, or the specs, the pros and the cons. First off, gonna be specs. 3,200 pounds, 505 horsepower, about 480 pound-feet of torque. Absolute rocket ship. Absolute rocket ship. I love this thing. I'm gonna keep this as short as I can. The pros of this car, if you want a car that's under $40,000 that has 500 horsepower from the factory, go for it. And the torque, that's key too, because you can get an E60 M5 for well under 40,000 with 500 horsepower, but the V10 does not make a whole lot of torque. So, oh boy, get to that in a second too. The gauge cluster is actually really nice on this car, better than what I remember it. I've driven a C6 that was just a regular Grand Sport, or no, it was just a regular base model Vet, and the cluster was alright. This one's much better. Man, the lines on this car, the actual lines on this car are just timeless. They have aged so well, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it better than the C7s and the C8. But yeah, this thing's an absolute rocket ship. Insurance really isn't as much as you think it is, and it handles quite well in the turns with the front of the car. One of the big cons about this car, the big drawbacks, is the leaf springs in the rear. This car's completely bone stock except for the wheels, which are going to be changed out. The owner said he can't stand the wheels, but they are 345s in the back, and that is a big pothole. I'm glad we went around that. But yes, the big cons about this car, from the factory, it rides like a lumber wagon. I guess I'm just spoiled by BMWs with their ride quality, but man, it's rough. I would not want to daily this car every day with this suspension setup. I would much rather convert it to coilovers or even bags. It's rough. Arkansas roads are not very forgiving, so yeah. But aside from that, guys, this thing is awesome. It's making me really, really want to buy one. Oh man, my fiance would kill me if I came home with one of these. Got a wedding to pay for and everything, so, but man, this thing is an absolute rocket ship. It sounds glorious too, and and I don't know what that rattling is. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but man, this thing just pulls like a freight train. Unfortunately, I am on some back roads doing the speed limit. I'm on the back roads, and I'm not going to get this car into a ludicrous speed mode. So, first impression of this car, from the outside, yes, I want one. Driving it, yes, I can live with the rear end until I get it converted over to coilovers. Interior, that's where this car kind of suffers. I know it's a 2006, but man, I have been in older cars that have better interiors than this. It's just so plasticky, and the radio is like 10 years out of date. The gauge cluster is beautiful, but the rest of it, the shifter is very nice too. I really like the shifter in here. But the seats are comfortable. The mirrors are okay. We're going to not hit this pothole. And visibility is pretty good out of it. Honestly, I was telling my fiance about this. It'd actually be kind of cool to just throw some bags here in the back, like a suitcase for each of us, and just drive this thing down to Florida or Texas or something like that for the, a week stay or something. I think that'd be really cool. Pretty comfortable. This car does settle down in 6th gear. I'm in 4th right now, doing about 50 at 2,000 RPM. But But on the highway, you get this thing up to 80 and put it in 6, then you're at like 1500 RPM. It just settles right down. And I think that's awesome. Great for gas mileage because this thing sucks gas down. It is a 7-liter V8, so you don't buy this thing because of the gas mileage. You buy it because A, it's a Corvette, B, it's fast. So, go ahead and push into 5th. So we're at 50 at 1500 RPM. And, man, I really want one of these cars now. Got me going over to the dark side. So yeah, the boot space, the trunk area is, you know, yeah, get your groceries and sling them around all over the place, but it works. It works. Yeah, man, I could just keep thinking, I can live with the interior, I really could. If I just swap out the radio here for a, you know, a double din or something like that, I would totally buy one of these and be able to live with it. Drive it once a week or something. God dang. Shit. That was the speed limit behind you. Definitely the speed limit. But yeah, the LS7 in this thing is an absolute monster. I really want one for my E30. And I have an S62 E30, which for those of you who are not BMW people, an E30 is very sought after nowadays. I have one with an S54 swap that I did out of an E46 M3, and I have one that I'm doing an S62 swap, which is out of an E39 M5. That's a 5-liter V8, and I'm really anxious to see how fast the E30 with the V8 is compared to this car. So it does make about 100 horsepower less, but also weighs about 600 pounds less. So there we go. We're at 50 and like 800 RPM in 6th gear. So I'm gonna pop that back up. But yeah, so that noise that I was talking about earlier, the previous owner decided to put these wheels on there. Did not change out the tire pressure monitoring system, the little sensors in there. So every 5 minutes, this thing dings at me saying that the rear tire is low, even though there's no sensor. So the owner of this car tells me he's going to get wheels and he's going to put those sensors in there because apparently it's a bitch to flash out. So I love this thing. It just settles right down. It's a little noisy, but I don't know. I'm spoiled by BMWs. So moral of the story is, if you got 35 grand in your pocket and it's burning a hole in your pocket, go get one of these things. Go get one of these things. These things are awesome. My friend is planning on building this thing to make some stupid horsepower. I think he said he wants to start off at 1200 and work his way up from there. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So we are almost back to the house here. So guys, I really appreciate you watching this. Go check out those reaction videos of my parents. You'll absolutely love it. It's hilarious. One more pull. Golly, that was a small pull. So yeah, with that being said, guys, subscribe for more videos. Hopefully we're going to be covering the build of this thing in detail, and it's going to be sick, and you guys are not going to want to miss out on that. So make sure you like and subscribe for those. Get the bell on so you guys are notified. So guys, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pull this thing in the garage, and I'm going to get something to eat. So guys, remember to do awesome, be awesome, stay awesome. You guys are great. I'll see you next time.